Hi guys, this is Klazart bringing you another audio commentary, and this time I'm commentating on a game between JulyZerg and GoRush, and this is the MSL round of 8, the quarterfinals. This is the first matchup of the quarterfinals, and this is the first game of that matchup, and it's being played on GOM TV Loki. And JulyZerg is in teal at the 8 o'clock position, and GoRush is in purple at the 2 o'clock position. These guys have just recently become teammates, and both of these guys are old school veteran Zerg players who were dominant at one point, but had fallen or had thought to have fallen from grace, who have been resurgent this season, who have returned to form and have been playing some great Starcraft. July finds himself progressing through the OnGameNet Challenge League, and he has qualified for the OnGameNet Dual League, and I fully expect to see him in the OSL next season. And he has been doing really well in the MSL as well. He played excellently against Nalra, demolished him entirely in a best-of-3 series, and showed some really innovative play. GoRush, on the other hand, has been surprising to me. He has played some really interesting Starcraft as well, though it can be argued quite safely that GoRush is yet to be tested in a proper match. He is yet to be tested by a strong opponent. Excuse me. I do feel that that game versus Nara, which was the ace match of SK Team 1 versus Pantech X, cannot really be counted for that purpose. And GoRush is sending a drone out here, so maybe he wants to try and get an early scout, or maybe he's going to start an expansion as natural. I'm not sure what the purpose of that drone is. GoRush is sending that drone out, and it does look like he's going to... Okay, he's gone past his expansion, so GoRush has just gone to the north of the map, and he's gone past his expansion. I'm not sure what he's trying to do with his drone here. I can't possibly think why he would want to send that drone to scout in such a circuitous manner. It looks like he is going to be actually, it looks like he's going to go for a proxy hatchery. It looks like GoRush is going to go, and he's certainly settled his drone there, and GoRush has gone for a fast hatchery, a fast second hatchery. July has gone for a much more standard build. He's gone for a spawning pool and a extractor, so it looks like he's going for the standard fast layer muta that we would expect to see in Zerg versus Zerg games. But GoRush has done something completely out of the ordinary, something just completely unexpected. He's gone for that fast expansion, and it's actually, I'm not exactly sure why he would have positioned it there, what benefit he hopes to get from there, unless he just wants to try and hide his tech and deceive July in some way. July now going for his own expansion. He's going for that back expansion that is hidden inside his main, and so the fact that GoRush has gone for this expansion at the 11 o'clock position is just absolutely baffling to me. I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve by this. I guess it's very unlikely that July will scout it, and therefore it will mean that GoRush will probably not have to defend it, and that he can hide the state of his true economy and his true tech from GoRush. And July has now started up a spawning pool and a extractor as well. And GoRush scouting July's base is simply going to think that July is actually doing the exact same thing that he's doing, except for the fact that July is a little bit behind. That is what GoRush is going to think. And July's completed a spawning pool and has just started a few Zerglings. GoRush has completed a few spawning pools and has just started the Zergling there. So this is completely original by GoRush. And I have been critical of GoRush on a couple of occasions to say that he has not been innovative in his play. And GoRush indeed starting his lair. So it does look to us that he is going for a standard game. He is going for Mutalist. So I don't understand what benefit he hopes to conceive from that expansion at the 11 o'clock position. And GoRush is just sending his first group of lings out to parlay with JulyZerg, just to see what JulyZerg has in his base and maybe see if he can get in and do some scouting. And JulyZerg has got his own Zerglings coming out. I'm sure JulyZerg saw those Zerglings coming out from GoRush's main, and so he knows that GoRush is sending a few Zerglings down, and JulyZerg has got a couple of Zerglings on his ramp to block, and GoRush with just 6 Zerglings, and looks like GoRush is going to be able to get that ramp. So JulyZerg has conceded that ramp to GoRush, and JulyZerg has started to spire, and GoRush is actually in his base, and GoRush actually has more Zerglings than JulyZerg at the moment, but I still think JulyZerg should be able to probably defend this successfully, and July just making a few more Zerglings, and GoRush is actually making Zerglings, so GoRush is actually going for a Zergling rush. GoRush is actually making Zerglings at his expo at 11 o'clock, and July is unaware of this, so July does not have accurate information. July has now seen those Zerglings pouring in probably from the north, so now, it's only now that July might realize the full extent of the attack that is coming upon him, and he's going to find his Zerglings outnumbered. It's quite possible that GoRush has not yet got his Zerglings upgraded in speed, though I'm guessing that he would have started that tech against GoRush. And GoRush, July needs to hold his ramp here. July needs to hold this ramp against GoRush, and I don't think he's going to be able to, because GoRush has got a lot more Zerglings, and July caught completely by surprise, and GoRush is through the ramp. JulyZerg should have brought some drones or something on to try and defend it. JulyZerg bunches the drones up in a defensive posture, but if GoRush can take down the Spire here, that's going to be devastating for July. He's actually hurting July's economy quite a lot, and GoRush retreating those Zerglings for a second there. I think he's just trying to make sure that GoRush doesn't take that ramp up so that he can continue to get reinforcements. And July now pumping Zerglings from 2 expansions, and GoRush tried, GoRush pumping Zerglings from two hatcheries, and July tried to send that drone up to the north to scout, but it was intercepted, and GG, July's economy in tatters. GoRush with a brilliant, innovative game that was completely unexpected. I have never honestly seen that before. A Zerg proxy hatchery in a Zerg versus Zerg matchup. That is pure genius. We saw GoRush be just as innovative in his game against Savior, and he's done it again. That was a great game. This is Klazart.